I must say, this has gone terribly. Sort of sums up the last sort of few days, doesn't it? Right, welcome to ILR2. You might have noticed that you've got a familiar voice on the mic. Owen Wyatt here, at your service after a disastrous ILR3 season, replacing Jack for the rest of the season. Who knows, maybe we'll get Jack back one day, but yeah, for me, rolling solo. Now let me know everything's working okay, because this is, quite frankly, been a mess. I've had a DC, I know there's no sound, I can't do anything about that. It appears to be the game causing that, but yeah, actually let me just check that on the stream, just to make sure everything's running smoothly. Apart from the sound, as long as you can hear me, it's okay, I guess. Of course, the plus to being able to hear me is that you get to hear my jet engine as well. I don't know if you count that as a positive or not, but just a perk, if you can call it that. Anyway, yeah. Hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a whole season. Feels like, anyway. Whole length of last season almost I've been away from ILR2. I dabbled into ILR3 again a bit, but it didn't really ever work out for me. I had one win, but I fell off completely. But yeah, we're back now. All is good. Skies are blue, sun is out, and I'm back home. So yeah. Hello. Sun is out. And as you can hear, it's all working beautifully. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Thank God for that. Right, I better get a stream link out, because it'd be quite useful. I guess nobody has notifications on because no one realizes I'm live, so I better put a wee tweet out, shouldn't I? And like I say, once again, there's no sound, and that's the game's fault, not mine. Right? Good. Brilliant. Just so you know, not my fault. Right, so watching Zach, while I've been explaining myself, he's already got a good lap in, a 1 minute 4.2. ILR2 does tend to be quicker than ILR1 sometimes, so we'll see what we can get to compared to them today. But Zach extending his 1 minute 4.2 to a slightly lower 1 minute 4.2. Tom out there is in the Renault. We've just seen his teammate there, Darkbolt, come home second, 66 1,000ths of a second off the pace. And yeah, this PlayStation is loud, isn't it? I never really realise it when I've got games signed on. I would open it up, but my parents said it'll void the warranty and it mean I had to replace it. Shocking, you know, as I'm sure you will agree. Have to replace the PlayStation. I'll probably end up having to replace anyway if I don't get it opened up. Their logic does baffle me sometimes. Matt Tibos has gone P1. Tom isn't really tracking a good lap so far, unfortunately. Corey's gone P4. Scuba, Matt Tibos' teammate, will be looking to join the ranks and go nice and high up the board. He's currently on to be in that group from about 5th downwards, pretty much 5th to 6th really. He'll be looking to get into that sort of area. Let's see if he can get there. There's a Haas in front of Zach, but he will get out of the way into the pit lane. I think you have to stay to the right hand side when you go into the pits, so as long as you're not really getting anyone's way though, I guess it doesn't really matter. Good final sector though from Scuba, gained over a 10th on his last try, so he's up into the top 3. So it is Mercedes 1 and 3 at the moment. And no one else on any laps at the minute, so we'll just try and find someone who's furthest around their out lap. That person would be Nick, I think, in the Red Bull. Okay, I think people have realised I'm live now. That's good. Oh, I'm the only stream tonight. I get to win by default. Sorry. I've got to be excited about this face. Okay, so welcome to everyone in the stream. As you can see, we're getting people ready for some laps. There's a is that Tom going again, or I think it is Tom going again. He's just past Nick, so we'll watch Tom. Guess he feels he can get 2 laps out of those tyres. Interesting. We'll see how this works out for him as he heads up through to turn 1. We've got some support for, oh my goodness, that's a good name, Varmar. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, Tom, it's not working. It's not working for Tom. Nick, it's working for him now. His first try on the lap. Tat in the morning to you, Alfie. Nice to see you in the chat again. Where are you at the moment? You're currently P14. So hoping everything goes lovely. By the way, that was Racing Badger there, supporting Weimar, and also supporting Calzo. Calzo currently is 17th, and Weimar is in 6th. But Nick is currently tracking P1. Let's see if he can keep it up. He's up by over half a tenth on Matt Tibos' time, so it should be the first one to crack the 4.1s. It may have been cracked the 4 days. We'll wait and see. Through the final corner, a little bit wide. That might be invalid, but we'll see as he comes to the line. It was invalid, and it would have been the first 1 minute 4 dead, but unfortunately, he did just push his luck in the final corner a tad, didn't he? And there goes the lap. Weimar is on a lap, but he's down by 4/10 of a second already on his last try, which is it's a pretty big red flag when you do that. We got yellow flags in all 3 sectors, which is never a good sign, is it? I think that's just for slowing cars, though. It's not really anything too much to worry about. I think a medium pilot is actually backing off on this one, so we'll follow Miku Litsi. I think I'll just call him Miku. It's easier just to call him Miku. Towards the final 2 turns. Turns 9 and 10 officially, although I seem to feel that they're more turn 8 and 9. That's the way it used to be. But to the line, here comes Miku in his Haas, and he goes P13. Which you'd think was quite a bad time, but then you see the gaps and you think, that's actually not too bad a time at all. 4/10 separating the top 13 at the moment, and that's just the nature of the track. It's so close. No, this is a name I'm happy to be commenting on again. Free Frisch. I was in ILR3 with him back in season 2, my very first season. He had a good championship fight going with Brandon Lausanne Gaming. I think he ended up changing his username to, didn't he? And his Bobster when he was racing back then, and these two had their championship fight as Afri pits, and it was a good time. It's a good time. Gotta say, I was on Brandon's side. It was good to see him win it, but yeah, raced Afri then. That was with I, and yeah, had a good relationship with his teammate as well, who just happened to be Paga at the time. It's cool how we all sort of band together and still end up in this league. It's weird. I don't know if it's a good thing or not that I end up commentating on these guys though. But oh well. Calzo there has gone fastest, and Matt Tibos has also had a good lap. The two of them both into the 1 minute 4 deads now. And no one else unfortunately on any laps though. Apart from Super Guy, but he's not really going to be on a very competitive lap, considering the fact that he's on the mediums, and if you're going to get anywhere near the top 10 on those, you're not, actually. You're not. Simple fact, you're not. So oh well. We'll still watch him anyway, because there's nothing really else to do. We'll see actually if he can improve, because it would be pretty impressive if he could. Yeah, okay. He passed 1, 7/10 off pole. He's got some good potential then for his flyer. So, we're just sort of waiting now, because like I say, nothing's happening at the moment. But once again, let me just reiterate now, it's there's a plane outside, by the way. It obviously helps when we've got a jet engine of a PlayStation beside me and jet engines outside. The joys of living next to an airport, ladies and gentlemen. But as I say, we have got the top 5th. Well, okay, right, fine. Top 17, all within a second of each other, which is, you know what? That's what we expect from ILR2, or at least what we expected from previous seasons. Well, that's what we got from previous seasons, isn't it? I mean, it's very nice. Fortunately, we're not getting the viewers. I don't know, is the stream link out, or I thought I put it out. Maybe it's not. If anyone's in the stream, do maybe share the link. I don't know if it's worked if I have or not, but something isn't right with that. So as you can tell, it's not really doing anything, is it? Now, I just want to quickly compare pole times. ILR1's pole time was a 1 minute 3.7, so there's still some time for these lads to catch up on. I don't know if we're as competitive as we were last season. Obviously, having Onyx in ILR2 last season, it sort of skewed the bias a bit, to say the least, but still, we've got some people coming out of the pits now. Let's try and find Corey, because he's the one that you'd expect to be going, I guess, quickest, because he's highest on the standings, but that, once again, doesn't really mean too much. But we'll follow him round on his outlap, as Samster has joined. Maybe a tad late, but he's here. So that's nice. I'm going to get Challenger standings up, by the way, because I haven't actually seen who's top, just when I'm talking about Onyx. Would be good to know who's actually on top. So, in the standings, hope it's close, because last year ILR seasons here just sort of didn't stay that close. Nothing beat season 3, honestly, and season 4 was also pretty good. So Scuba is currently top of the standings. He's P6 though at the moment in qualifying. His championship lead is 12 points to Zach. So that's sort of where we're at right now. Only 3 drivers can get the championship lead today, or sorry, 4 technically, and Matt Tibbles is 26 points behind, so you can get 26 points, so you can be equal. But yeah, it's only Scuba, Zach, Calzo and Matt Tibbles in it so far. With Scuba being at the top. So Corey's actually way down in 18th. He's only got 6 points. This is quite a good performance from him so far. Maybe I'm going to bring back his luck, although to be fair, I did tend to take away his luck. But yeah, maybe our constant squabbles about whether Verstappen is better than Hamilton and all that will inspire him to do well in front of me to show off in the Ferrari, ironically, of course. Yeah, anyway, to the line. Let's see what he can do. We've only got 1 minute 15 to go. He's got time for another lap if he's got the tyres and the fuel. He hasn't got really a fuel light on, so that might actually suggest he will be doing that. And in fact, he did back off, so yeah, he's going to go again. Matt Tibos out there. He's up by enough to get into the 1 minute 3s, possibly, if he keeps tracking like this. He's got Nick ahead, though, and Nick's actually on a lap, which makes this really awkward situation. But we'll see if Matt Tibos can keep the pace up. It'll give him a little toe up here, but it won't help because he is way quicker than Nick. And Nick is on the grass, he's struggling. I think Matt Tibos might have lost a little bit of time, but hopefully to the line he'll still be in the 1 minute 3s. Oh, not quite, but it is P1. Calzo is up though as well, as Tom retires. His lap has gone wrong. He's currently P9. Alfie Jensen McMahon is also retired. He's having issues as well, but Calzo is currently tracking P1, and you can see that's how you move out of the way, shown there by Warren, who then proceeds to hit the wall. Maybe it wasn't his plan there, but Calzo's lost a bit of time. He needs to find another 3/100ths of a second, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Corey didn't improve in the second lap, so that's it for him. Oh, was that extending the track limits? He may not keep that lap, Calzo. I don't think he does. He didn't improve it. Dropsy goes up to P3. There's a Red Bull there in the background. That was of Paco. He didn't see across the line, he went P3. Scuba is out there as well. Zach 2. And what about Dark Bull as well? He's backed off. Nick has been P8 on his lap. We saw him earlier. But what about Zach? Let's see if he can get an improvement on his time. He needs to find a whole 10.5 in his last sector. Is there anywhere he can do that? Let's find out. Through the final corner, he's full commitment. A little bit wide there, but he should be okay to get to the line with a decent time. Equals P4. That's a Dark Bolt slow. Scuba goes up to P3, the championship leader, having a terrible qualifying there, but not really as good as he would have hoped, as Ollie has crashed after finishing. And Afri, he's up, but he's derated and he's done. And he'll be starting in P16. And I think that's it for qualifying. So, half a second separates the top 16 on the grid. 9/10 of a second separates the top 18. Warren's winning when he didn't do a lap on the softs. And Carriage, he's good with his support. Did you hear that sign just came back? 'Cause it's been funded. Thank you all very much for tuning in, first of all, but a special thank you to Carriage, who's just given us €2. That's probably enough for a can of Coke. They're getting very expensive these days, but what it has done, it's funded our sign. So Carriage, you're wasting your money, but cheers anyway. Jack, payday! You can quit your office job now and do this for a life, for a living. But anyway, it's Matt Tibbs on pole from Calzo, Scuba, Paco, Zach, Dropshay, Corey, Darkbolt, Nick, Varmar, the top 10. They'll all be starting on the sauce. We'll wait and see what the rest of them do. But look at that. The gaps are just so incredibly tight. And Warren went to 8. So, well, sorry, Dylan Warren, but his thing says Warren, so do you know what, Dylan? I'm calling you Warren anyway. He went to 8, so that's his thing. Right then, well, let's see all the viewers have turned up. If anyone's new here, welcome to Inside Line Racing. Very happy for you to join us, and please stay. We like you all very much. If you are new, of course, do feel free to subscribe. We are at 1.43k subscribers, which is very nice. We don't get exact numbers anymore because YouTube decide no. So, yeah, do feel free to subscribe. We're on the road to 1.5k subs. I don't think anyone cares about that except me, but still. Put notifications on as well because we have loads of racing on here. And you want to be able to catch it live, which would be quite useful. And yes, people may have noticed, I was racing ILR3 this season. I left. I was too slow. That's why I'm back here. I commentated here all the way from Silverstone in Season 3 to Abu Dhabi Season 5 for ILR2, and then I dabbled in Sunday race and didn't work out too well. So after only 8 rounds, I'm back. So, yeah, I guess you could say by the end of all this, I'll have done 3 full seasons of ILR2 commentary. I don't really know how to feel about that, but anyway, yeah. I'm very happy to be back, and Carriage in there saying the race better deliver, and yeah. Well, listen, you didn't have to donate. We didn't ask you to. We didn't ask you to donate. So listen, you funded our sign, and that's it. That's enough. All right. So let's quickly go for the grid again. Matt Tibbs is on pole position. I haven't had a chance to look at these guys' helmet designs yet, and as you all know, it's the most important part of the season, or the most important part of the race. I apologise. Helmet review. So Matt Tibbs, nice. Calzo, Scuba, a bit like Matt Tibbs, but a bit less green. Paco, everyone likes that helmet design, don't they? They just put different colours on it. Zach, pink. Dropshay, he clearly hasn't. He's still a bit too attached to the Renault days, isn't he? From ILR3. Corey's gone for a Ricardo inspired helmet, I imagine. Darkbolt with a black and black and black and black and black and black on the black and yellow car, looking quite nice. Nick, pink. Varmar, white. Super Guy, that's quite nice, but doesn't look like it was designed for the Williams. Wame, Tom with the yellow and the silver, looking nice. Ollie with the pink and the blue, nice. Miku, also pink. Alfie, oh, I've already seen his helmet enough, it looks a bit weird still. Afri, lovely helmet for the car there, like it. Alfie's, oh, it's 2 Alfies, right, we're calling Jensen McMahon. Well, we're going to call AJ just McMahon because it's easier, because I just call him that anyway. Medium Pilot, nice. Warren, very nice. And Samster, haven't got a clue, but it's yellow. Okay, that's the centre helmet, isn't it? That's boring. Medium runners outside the top 10 are Ollie, McMahon, Afri, Alfie, Medium Pilot, and Warren. As you can tell, I'm doing this very slowly so that we can wait for Warren. Looks like Samster has pulled a bit nowhere near his grid slot, doesn't it? That's a bit of an odd one. Look, he's starting in a very odd place, but we're getting ready for some lights, and when they all go out, the Austrian Grand Prix will be go. 36 laps ahead of us, and we have got 5 red lights. And we're away in Austria. Looks like a very good start from Calzo. Is there a chance after turn 1? He looks like he's going to go for it, but it's being covered up a bit by Matt Tibbs. The chance is more into turn 3, and that's why you don't go for that, because it doesn't tend to end too well for you. He's driving into the pit lane now, which is not the best place to be. Bit of contact for everyone, but I think everyone's got through unscathed, of course, apart from Calzo. And that means that Matt Tibbs has a pretty big lead, and it's Mercedes 1-2. And there's a racing point into the wall. I don't know which one it was, but I'd have to assume it was Ollie. Okay, it wasn't. It wasn't. Maybe he didn't hit it too hard then. I thought it was... Was it Alfie? No, I don't know. Alright, okay. Zach has had an accident with Corey, and Corey's collected a few more cars in there as well. And our grid of 20 might be about to fall down a few, because that's front wing damage on at least 2 or 3 cars involved there. And we're still side by side. Dropshay having a look. And Tom, he had a good start, but he's 3 wide with Ollie and Samster. Samster from last. He's broke his front wing, but he's made 12 spots. That's incredible, that. Can he keep it going? Oh, he's nearly hit his teammate on the way to the pit lane, but Matt Tibbles leads it. But oh man, that's incredible. What a start from Samster. So who's on the pitch? We've got 5 at the moment. It's well, it's 5 overall. Super Guy, Afri, Varmar, Tom and Corey. They're all the drivers involved. I guess they'll be just taking hard and hoping to see them go to the end. Some aren't confident in their abilities though, and will just go mediums and maybe pit for softs at the end. So Mercedes are 1 and 2. Matt Tibble's got the good run at the start. He knew that there was no point, you know, trying that hard to keep leading to turn 1, because he knew that if anyone went for it, i.e. Calzo, it wouldn't have worked out, because into turn 1 it's just too narrow. And oh, he spun! Oh, he's collected his teammate, and the 2 Mercedes come together on lap 2. And that, as I was just saying about how clever he was in turn 1, making sure that he didn't get taken out, he's just taken himself out. Has Scuba got any damage, or was it a hit with the rear or something? Either way, Matt Tibbles has now gone and bottled it, and it's working out brilliantly for Scuba in the World Championship. He's now into first. And Matt Tibbles, I think, has got away without any damage, but how weird was that? He just spun all on his own. And this puts Paco right on the back. I think there was some extra contact, as Samster might get that penalty removed. I think that was literally a penalty just for passing Matt Tibbles, which seems a bit weird, doesn't it? Now, we've got 3 DRS zones here. We've got one up to turn 1, one up to turn 3, and one up to turn 4. This is the one up to turn 4, obviously. And Paco is using it to the best of his ability. We saw Paco quite a lot in the last 2 seasons anyway, being quite good at this game around every track pretty much. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we all get on, seeing how he does in 2019. But yeah, what a weird start to the race. We've had the leader, had the top 2 into turn 1. Both have their own separate incidents. Calzo hitting Matt Tibbles, going from turn 1 that never really would have worked in the first place. And then Matt Tibbles doing what I did on Thursday in ILR4 and just flat out spinning at that chicane. Really unfortunate there. Now Samster's got a 3-second penalty, so while he's been rushing through the field, he's already, you know, taken a few penalties along the way. One of those I would imagine he'll get removed, but yeah, just look at this for a graphic. 14 spots made. Incredible. Calzo fastest lap, so he's going to try and fight his way back through the field. And this is good to see some guys trying to fight back through, because it's giving us more entertainment. And look at this, Samster on the inside drop shade, a former ILR3 driver who was promoted after Canada. A super dominant performance for the Toro Rosso. At the time was a Renault driver, but not a Toro Rosso driver. He's been overtaken though by Samster. May I just remind you, he's got front wing damage. It's incredible. Now, Zach was involved in the lap 1 accident at turn 4 with Corey, but he seems to not have any damage of it. I don't know if he was the cause of it, but I guess that's for the sure I got later. But he does seem pretty confident. He's got more ERS than the guys ahead. He looks to be pacing himself a bit, and I wonder if he's going to start putting the hammer down now and trying to go for the lead. It's only lap 5 we're going on to though, so there's plenty of time to go for it. But up the hill we go. Sets his fastest lap of the day, and 3 DRS zones coming up. Samster, fastest lap of the race so far. He'll be onto the back of the lead in fact soon, and you know what? He'll be certainly thinking about the win, and I wouldn't surprise if he can get the win. Well, at the pace he's going right now. But yeah, we'll see. He may not ever need a front wing change. I know Voice has talked about it in the chat though. I don't think we'll ever even need it. He clearly is going quick enough with the damage. And again, if we get a safety car, whatever, I'm sure we'll take the opportunity. But yeah, it's incredible to see his pace like this, isn't it? And even with 3 DRS zones, it appears these guys cannot really catch each other as quickly as maybe we would have hoped. Guess it's a waiting game. Ollie is currently the highest of the medium runners, of which there are actually 3 in the top 10. Ollie, Alfie and McMahon having a good start to the race, avoiding all the chaos and just keeping their noses clean. It will help them later on in the race if they can hold their positions now and take advantage of anything that happens ahead, of course. But on to the start of lap 6 is Matt Tibbles thinking of a move. It feels he's starting to get, doesn't it? Then again, you can say the same thing about Packer, but look at it, he's not using his ERS Now, if you want to get a move done, I would suggest turn 4 is maybe the place to do it, unless you're really close into turn 3, as I found out in ILR4. Don't do it into here, it doesn't work. Unless you're super close, and even then, it gets pretty hairy, as you can see there. Sam's being overtaken by Dropshy. Well, re-overtaken. And now Matt Tibos on the back isn't going to get through, I don't think. He's not close enough. Yeah, not going to get him. But look at these two, they're getting super close for the front. I don't really know when we're expecting some pit stops. It'll probably be something like lap, I don't know, like lap 12 to 16, I'm going to say my window would be. It's a complete guess, but I'd like to say it's a calculated guess. I'm trying to remember what happened in ILR8, but I think it just rained in ILR8. So I can't really go off that. I don't really remember the strategy, but I'm going to say lap 12 to 16 is the pit window. Seems like it would be somewhere around there. Right, I think Nick's more likely to make an overtake than Paco, but it is two Red Bulls who are on the attack at least. Whether they can actually, you know, launch their attacks properly and go for some moves, we'll wait and see. But the four of them all super close. And Paco, he's like he was a bit too aggressive into the corner, but just not really got the traction out of it, and that's why he cannot get through at the moment. He's there, but not really, if you get what I mean. Now, this is going to be interesting to see. Miku is onto the back of McMahon, and this is the issue these three are going to have. It's a soft runner count against three mediums. They could all get mugged pretty easily right now, and that will not help their strategies one bit. But we'll see what they come up with. We'll see what they decide to do. Looks like Corey's under a bit of pressure from Tom and Super Guy. They're going 3 wide there, and there's going to be some contact, and Corey just gets shifted aside and then tries to go back through in the middle, and there's nearly another accident in turn 4 involving Corey, but luckily they get away with it, but they're still super close. Tom and Super Guy fighting away for the lower positions in this race, but eventually Tom wins out as Dark Bolt makes a pit stop. Front wing broken now. That might be the reason for it, but he's going mediums, so I guess he thinks he can go to the end. And has there been an accident for Corey? Oh! Afri Frisch, wow. Thank God for the ghosting system, because that could have been both of them wiped out like that. Because Afri, I don't know what he was doing. He must have been watching the action ahead of him, and he just wasn't concentrating, and he just spun straight through. Looks like we've got another freeway fight now. Darkbolt's come out of the pits, and he's now having to try and get by his teammate, but there is Super Guy, not really playing the Renault team game at the moment, and trying to get his way through both of them as well. And this could end in tears. There's a bit of ghosting going on, but Darkbolt is at the head of the script for now, followed by Super Guy, followed by Tom, who, like I say, was lagging a bit. Maybe he'll just sit back and watch this happen. Probably for the better he does, because this could end in tears at any moment. Are you asking why they're... Oh, that's lucky for ghosting system again, because Super Guy lost the back end into turn 6 and he's down to 18th. Well, he had a bit of fun, but didn't quite work out. We've got yellows in all 3 sectors, and a lot seems to be going on here. The whole pack seems to be pretty close, and there's Paco down the inside on Scuba, so he's taking the lead. But there was yellow flags everywhere. I wonder if Paco made a mistake. It looks like Scuba might even have some damage. Look at it. Here comes Zach on the inside. He hits the leader, and the two of them spin off. And there's contact with Scuba as well. I think Paco's alright to continue though, but that was really clumsy. Was it Scuba with front wing damage, or was it Zach? One of them, certainly. It probably makes more sense, but it was Zach, yeah. But yeah, oh, Scuba's spun off. He's hit the race leader. So whatever's been going on this lap, Scuba doesn't look too happy, and he's had an accident with Paco. It's now Red Bull 1-2. Oh, and that's nearly another accident. That was so close to being an accident again, as Zach pits for the front line, but now it's 2 Red Bulls going for it up towards turn 1. If I'm honest with you here, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know how this is happening, but we've got 2 Red Bulls fighting for the lead now. It's Nick versus Paco, and this... Let's just keep it clean, please. Thank God for that. Nick takes a... Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. Paco, don't fight it too hard, lad. You've been hit by pretty much every car in this race so far, so just keep it calm. Lap 10. Plenty of time. Looks like there's been an incident for Weimar. I think a lot of these guys could do with a safety car now, but can I just say that the leading train goes from Nick all the way down to Miku now. And do you know what I was saying about these medium runners, Ollie, Alfie and McMahon? Well, they're loving this. They are seeing the lead right in front of them, and these guys could be the ones that benefit greatly. And since Ollie is the one at the front of the pack, he must be seeing the race victory, you know, lighting up in front of him. If he just keeps his bottle, if he holds his bottle, he could win this thing. I'm being serious. He could win this thing today. So keep it clean, Ollie, lad. This is almost certainly yours for the taking, with the way these guys are driving at the moment. Because it's just mental, isn't it? Right then. Only one on this train doesn't have any DRS is Paco. So I guess it's a Paco train down now. Nick seems to have the pace to pull away. But yeah. So let me just try and piece together what happened there. So Scuba must have had something out of turn 1 and, you know, had a poor run up to turn 2. Paco made the overtake, and then Nick and Zach were also on the attack. So then Paco was leading up towards turn 4, all was good, and then flying up the inside went Zach. Broke the front wing, sent Paco into a bit of a half spin. Scuba also got tagged as well. Then into here, into turn 7. Oh! Was that Paco again? It was Paco. Paco's gone off the track. Let me try and recap about something else happening, people. Okay, well, let's just... Oh, he's got a 10-second penalty as well. Right, I'll just add that bit to the end of the story. So, into turn 7, we then... Oh, Sam Starr! Stop crashing! I need to... Please! I just need a minute. Right, into turn... Oh, there's a fight for... Ollie's third now. There's been pit stops. Nick's pitting. Paco's in the pits. Dropshay leads the race now, and he's got Matt Tibbos. Remember him? He was off in Narnia earlier on. He's now back in the fight for the lead too. Into turn 7, we saw Paco being hit by Scuba. That spun him round, and then they all just sort of Constantine up, and eventually we've ended up in this situation with then Paco. Oh my God! Stop! With Paco and Samster both making mistakes on that last lap. And it leaves us in whatever the hell situation you want to call this. I call it just chaos. I mean, some people may call it controlled chaos. If this is in any way controlled, what on earth are you talking about? Because this is what I've been missing. As you might be able to tell, I am not ready for this. And oh, Matt Tails is pitting as well as Dropshy. Okay. Can we relax a little bit, please? I wasn't ready for this. You can tell I've missed ILR2, can't you? You can tell I completely missed what this tier's like. So, anyway, in the midst of all that, lap 12 pitters, I sort of said it would be lap 12. There's a few went lap 11, of course, and all that, but, right. Calzo, fastest lap. Where's he going to be? He should get at least one of them. You get Zach. But Matt Tibbos is out, so I think the net order is Nick, Dropshay, Matt Tibbos, the top 3, but that could well be subject to change very soon, because we still have a top 4 fight out of this, and well, depending on how these guys get on, we could still be looking at these guys who haven't pitted, at least the guys in mediums, could still be benefiting massively at the end. Scuba has passed Paco, and I don't really two like each other very much, or at least I don't really know what provoked Scuba's move into turn 7 a few laps ago on Paco, because it just seems so out of the question. It almost felt like he, you know, who's that? Was that Afri off in Narnia? It didn't seem normal, that move, but oh well, so they both had their instance today, and I forgot to mention Matt Tibbles and all that. A few laps before he was leading the race, and he spun off as well at turn 7. You know, ILR1 was chaos. This is worse, and unfortunately ILR3 doesn't have a stream, so it's the only thing Jack's will be watching tonight, and I honestly think he'll be watching with his hands over his eyes, and you know, peeking through one with one eye, peeking through his fingers. But anyway, McMahon's trying to have a go on Ollie here. He's not making it work, but it seems to be the quickest out of the top 3 at the moment. He has got similar ERS. There's nothing really different about these guys' ERSs. As Varmar gets a penalty. I think Alvin hasn't got a penalty yet, McMahon, because he's In SLR, he's got a bit of a reputation for penalties, but he said he has the racing line on here, and that's why he's not getting any penalties. And in fairness, I don't think he has got any, so it's helping him out today. Ollie with a huge slide through turn 9, and turn 10 went a bit better for him. Miku has pitted, last one on the softs. And as we start lap 15, let's see if Alfie can get the move. He's went a bit wide into turn 1, and yes, I know it keeps getting confusing. I know there's 2 Alfies. Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Tom's had a crash or something. He's been off. He's off at turn 8. So whatever's happened there, he's not having a lovely day, is he? Oh, looks like Matt Tibbles is having a go on drop sheet. This is for a potential net P2, although I do suspect at the end it'll be the guys who are still out on the mediums who'll be the guys on the attack. But Matt Tibbles gets ahead, and Tom is out of the race. What these guys in the mediums were like is a safety car right about now, but these guys wouldn't. That would ruin their races. Drop sheet trying to get past on the outside, but hasn't really got the traction to get the exit, so stays behind. Cal's winners as well, Zach too. Luckily for Nick's sake, he's pulling away from this a little bit. He should be alright for a while anyway. Yellows, I don't really know what for. Let's try and find out, shall we? No one's even in Sector 1. I think that'll be Tom's retired car because in the pits again or something. Yeah, it is. I don't know why it does that, but okay. Right, here comes McMahon on Ollie. Not gonna make that work. It's hard to sort of think of what to watch at the moment. Samster in the chat, I didn't see that. He was wondering what on earth was going on at the start because he had damage, yet was flying, and then he crashed. I don't know. I don't know what happened in that start. I don't know what's been going on this whole race. It's been like a bit of a blur. I've just been trying to keep up with it. You can tell I miss Jack a little bit. You know, we could 2 eyes sorry, 4 eyes, 2 sets of eyes. God, 2 people watching the chaos unfold is much easier than 1 set of eyes watching this. 1 person. I can't talk. Oh, there we go. Mr. McMahon has a penalty. Okay, well, there you go. But he's not going to go for a move on Ollie. Maybe he wants to surprise him to turn 1. Maybe try and scare him off or something. Because it feels he's got maybe more drag and he can't really push up the hill into turn 3. Obviously, Ollie's got DRS as well on his teammate who doesn't have DRS, which means he'll, you know, effectively have a better closing speed. But yeah, just seems like there's no real chance of a move, and it looks like the rears are starting to go on Alfie McMahon's car anyway. But we'll see how the rest get along. Top 3 in the race, half a second separates them, and we've got some yellows. There's a car. I don't know if he's just had a little mistake there. Scuba, maybe? I don't know. But, yeah. Don't really know what that yellow flag was for. Well, I don't know who's more glad that this race has calmed down, me or Jack. I don't know who's... Who do you all think's more calm now? Who's happier now that the race has calmed down for about 5 minutes? Answers in the comments. No swearing. Right, here comes McMahon, but look at that. He's turned his ERS down for some reason. Maybe they're just pacing themselves, I don't really know, but you'd have thought that they'd be going for their moves at some point soon. They're all running at a relatively similar pace, which is the issue here. It's almost like they're driving, waiting for a mistake from a rival. Anyway, sorry, who was Carriage supporting? Because obviously he paid us some money. I do not know. Oh, he wasn't even watching. He just put €2 in the super chat for fun. Fair enough. I'm not going to complain. Thank you for the money. Jack will appreciate it, I'm sure. He will love that. Halfway through the race, ladies and gentlemen, and looks like we're really starting to kick off now. Ollie's on the defensive from McMahon, and if he stays more to the inside, then there'll be a good run for the Alfa Romeo. What did he call it? A Cyber there. The car decided, what's a sideburn? Nearly spun on me, but yeah, then I got back under control. Look at this, Ollie's on the back of Alfie having a look into turn 3. And McMahon just looking at the background as well. Let's get a bit of an outdoor shot of this instead of looking on board the whole time, because it looks like Medium Pilot is starting to catch up a bit as well, which is just brilliant. Afri and Corey, you can see them having a bit of a ding-dong in the fight. Let's see how they go, because it's fighting for last, but you know, everyone has a bit of dignity, I guess, and yeah, they're fighting away. It looks like Darkbolt has crashed, or at least he spun off, because that's not going too well. But look at Afri on the outside of Corey. Oh, bit of lag, and that's a bit scary. You don't want to be seeing that. Oh, that's also scary. They're both having very scary moments right now. But anyway, yeah, look at this fight. It's a 4-way fight now for the lead. It depends really how these guys get on in the end, but it could still be a genuine fight for the lead. We don't really know. Yellows. Oh, Darkbolt's dropped it again. He's hit the wall this time. And Corey had an incident in the last set. I wonder if he and Afri had come together at last, because they were looking pretty close to it at one point, weren't they? Ollie on Alfie. Up the hill. No way through. What about McMahon? And what about Medium Pilot? Both looking back. Knowles in the stream. How are you doing, lad? Nice to see you. You have missed Chaos. So, it's going well for me, although my heart rate... It's slightly uncomfortable, I must say. But, right, Cal's has got Matt Tibos. So that's news for you. Was he already ahead? No, they were fighting anyway. Oh, we haven't really had a chance to think about that, because we were too busy looking at these guys. Gap. It's more going to be looking at the gap, I guess, to Cal's, or to Nick. And that's only 9.6, but they'll be so much quicker on the new tyres that they could still take an advantage right now and still have a chance at winning. You think what happened on Thursday was chaotic? No, you haven't seen that half of it. This race has been chaos incarnate. It's been absolutely brilliant. Mental messes. We've had about 4 or 5 different leaders all have various accidents, and I think we're about to see another one here. Alfie and his teammate Ollie are fighting away. And looks like McMahon might fancy having a look here as well. We go side by side in towards turn 4. Who gets the advantage? Is it McMahon? Is it Alfie? Is it Ollie? Or is it going to be Medium Pilot possibly when these guys all come together? Paco's out of the race. So that's just gone from bad to absolutely completely disastrous for him in the Red Bull. And sums his day up really. Led the race, got taken out, and now he's crashed. And he's left very swiftly. Oh, virtual. These guys all have to be pitting. Even the racing points, they have to stack. Surely, Ollie, what, did you have to pit, lads? You have to pit. No! Stacking is better. You're losing like 10 seconds, but you're losing a lot more by staying out. And these guys who are on the mediums, they were waiting for this. This is perfect for them. So, Alfie, McMahon, and Medium Pilot all into the pit lane. And while Nick will get them, it will be much closer. And they're going to be on the softs. This is going to be good. And if anyone's joining in now, boy, have you got a race to watch, because this is going to be fun. So Ollie is your race leader, but the virtual safety car has gone away at the perfect time for these guys to come back out of the pits, back into the race, like it was a normal pit stop. I think the only one who maybe lost out there was a bit was Medium Pilot. He may have been held up a tad, but no, it's all about Alfie. It is all about McMahon. Let's see how they handle this race. What about Ollie? He must be wanting to kill himself. Yeah, you'll see him tweeting in about 20 minutes. My luck is so terrible, I'm going to quit league racing because I've been screwed over again. Or something along those lines. What he could have done was be a bit devious and just make an overtake under VSC and take a 5-second penalty and just do that, but he's pitting now. Yeah, I think he's maybe accepted his fate though. Not really the most brilliant situation, but we are going to see just the most incredible fight. It is Nick, and this DRS train is going to go from Nick all the way to Calzo, Matt Tibbotts, Dropshay, Zach, and then soon Alfie, and then McMahon as well. They're both called Alfie, but Alfie, ILRT Alfie, literally just has Alfie on there, so I'm just going to call him McMahon because I call him McMahon anyway all the time. It's just sort of a thing I do. Right, so are we all up to date then? I'm not going to try and recap the start of the race again, because quite frankly it would take me about 23 laps to try and recap it. It was so mental. All you need to know is this is far from over. Oh, is that into the pit lane? I think Varmar is just taking a bit of a rage at the wall there. I don't think he's got a front wing on his car anymore. And Corey, oh! Darkbolt wants to be careful these leaders don't get involved. I don't think they will get involved. Corey, what's he doing? Letting Olive through, okay. That's obviously causing yellows. Varmar is retired from the race, and yeah, he wasn't looking too happy with life, was he? So yeah. Right then, 2/3 of the way through the race, and believe it or not, it's only going to get good now. Ollie's got a 3-second time penalty. I wonder if he's taking a bit of frustration out on himself now as well. Sitting down in P10, and Matt Tibos has got Calzo. Calzo made a mistake because Dropchain's got him as well. What about Zach? He's not really close enough to go for a move, but now these guys are starting to slow each other down by fighting a little bit. And oh, McMahon and Alfie, this is a huge battle for these guys, because whoever's at the head of this will be the first one on the sauce to reach these top guys at the front. And they could be the one to raise their flag at the end with victory. I think it will be one of these two. I think it is one of these two still. Oh, and Medium Pilot, gotta count him in as well. It's just whether they have the tyre life. We'll have to wait and see, but I think it's a very good chance. Let's just say that one of the guys on the sauce right now will be winning the race. I'm trying to see what a yellow flag is. Don't really know who. And that's side by side. It's Afri and Corey's been spun off again. Oh dear. Afri's just waiting. He wants to have a wee fight, doesn't he? There goes Scuba to lap. I think there's only one more to lap him, and that would be Super Guy. And looks like Matt Tibos is fancying a move for the lead here. It's incredible, really, that he's back in this position after the spin earlier. But here he goes. He's going to take the lead back again. Nick falls behind, but he's going to fight this one back. And this is where these guys on the sauce get involved, because they've not caught up. And we've got such a huge fight. We've got a 7-8 car fight for the lead. Can you imagine? It's incredible. I mean, you thought qualifying was close. Look at this. We've got Matt Tibos on the outside. We've got Dropsy on the inside. And you've got Nick in the middle of it all trying to figure out, what do I do here? But it is side by side, and it is Matt Tibos taking the lead for now. But oh, yeah, you think this is over? Look at that train. It's far from over. Far from over. It's so far from over you can't even comprehend how far it is from over. Here's Alfie. So he stayed at the head of those guys on the softs. And oh my goodness, what a train. What a train. Look at that shot through the final corner. This is not a safety car. This is not the formation lap. This is a genuine race for the lead. And every single one of these guys in the top 8 has got a very good chance of going for it. Here goes Alfie on Zach. He looks most likely to make an overtake on this straight. If he can pick his braking spot, he should be able to pretty easily on these new softs. And down the inside, he's going to get it done. Wide goes Zach. What about McMahon? Does McMahon get through? He does get through. A little bit of contact as well, but you know what? You have to be a bit harsh in these situations. There's 8 cars here. You've got to be as far up in the field as you possibly can be. Matt Tibos still leads it, but now the guys on the start are making some moves. What about Medium Pilot? Is he able to get through? Not quite. And the chaos sort of calms down for another lap then. It's just about how quickly these guys in the softs can catch up. Oh, I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know what's going to happen here. Anyone want to predict who's going to win under these 8? Because it could be any of these 8. It genuinely could. It's about as close a fight you're going to see ever in any league race, ever. So, just know this. Yellows, that's not for one of these guys in that top 8, I don't think. I don't even know who that's for, but it's not for a guy in the top 8, that's all we care about. Here we go. Looks like it's Dropshay who's going to be putting the challenge on this time. Down the inside he goes on Nick. He's taking the Owen Wyatt line there almost and nearly causing a huge accident, but luckily he doesn't. Alfie tries it on Calzo. That might put McMahon in with a chance, but it still looks like Dropshay's under a bit of pressure now. Will anyone go for a move? Alfie, he does go for it once again. These sauces you can break a lot later on them. You've got a lot more confidence on them as a result, and he gets through. What about McMahon? Is he going to go and make the move as well? Outside. Yeah, I think he's got it. Once again, no softs. You can be so much more aggressive on them. And unfortunately for Medium Pilot, he hasn't got by these two yet, and he's starting to fall a bit off the back of the other two on the softs, who are in the strongest position to win this race right now. I think, though, McMahon has a penalty. He's got a second one now as well, so you might be looking at Alfie then. RT Alfie, is he the guy to win this race? Because now McMahon has to get by all of them and make 6 seconds, and that's not going to happen. And it looks like Dropshi's at a poor exit. Here comes Alfie. Up the hill. He wants that inside for turn 3, so he's going to try and force the issue. On the Toro also driver Dropshi. Darn the inside he goes. He's going to get DRS again. Remember, look at Nick as well. There is a fight for the lead going on here, but we are looking at the guys side by side at the moment for P3. It is Alfie, or is it going to be Dropshi? They're both so similar on their top line speed, but surely on the brakes, the man on the sauce will have the better chance. And Alfie, on the exit up towards turn 5, gets himself up into the podium positions. And now Alfie's going to try and do what he did last lap. Mr. McMahon right on the outside, doing what he did last time, and he's up into the P4. And you know what? He may not win this race, but if he can keep making moves like that, he may still find himself on the podium at the end of the day. Now, Alfie on the back of Nick. We've only got 2 cars to pass now for the Racing Point driver, who started, he's all over the road, but he's keeping it just about under control. And the Racing Point driver, who started way down in the field, he started down in P17. He is on his way up now to try and win. And it's actually very likely. Calzo gets penalties now. Of course, there may be more penalties for other people. We need to check them all out. But here we go. Fight for the lead now. Here comes Nick on the inside of Matt Tibos. And he gets it on the inside of turn 3. But what about the exit for Matt Tibos? Is there any way he'll get back through? He'll get the DRS, of course. And here we go. Side by side we'll go again towards turn 4. Here's Alfie's point of view. He'll be looking very intensely at this one. See if he can find any way through. But Nick is not in the mood for fighting. He knows that he's got a very, very quick racing point behind. He does not want to lose any time. But he may end up losing the position anyway. Here comes Alfie up towards turn 6. Be careful. You don't want to lose it here. But you know what? He's got still that much confidence. He may just get by anyway. And if towards turn 7 he completes the move. Just one more to go for Alfie. And that would be what? Just an incredible drive if he can make this one work. And you know what? He's got 7 laps to try and do it. I think he's going to do it. Surely Alfie's going to win the race. He's still in DRS. Wide there goes Nick. It's all falling apart for the guys on the mediums. Are the tires starting to fall off? Of course the softs will eventually fall off. It's about which ones fall off the most and who's in the best track position. Because at the end of the day, we've still got 8 cars in the top 8, all within the DRS range. So anything can still happen here. But here we go to turn 3. Alfie can still probably go much later on the brakes, and this will help him with a run up towards turn 4, especially on traction as well. And on the DRS, is this where we get the move for the lead? Alfie from P17 on the grid, down towards turn 4. It's going round the outside of Matt Tibos. And what a crazy day it's been. And the guy from 17th is still in there. Keep it clean, little bit of contact, and into the lead goes Alfie. Can he hold it? Do the tyres have enough life to get to the end? Because if they do, this will be one of the great drives in ILR history. As we see Darkbolt off the track, not getting involved with anything. But it's, a chance for the lead again. Into turn 9. Alfie has to defend it and Matt Tibos has to back off from it. This is getting aggressive now, people, as we enter the last 6 laps. Up the hill. No way through. Looks like Alfie's tyres might already be starting to go off. The top 5 are all within a second. It's incredible. It's absolutely just mad. What a picture. Ollie was out of this a while ago. He's still on the back of this, you know. And I think there's been contact. Alfie, Jensen McMahon had a bit of contact there. Cal's going right around the outside of his teammate, and Nick and Alfie are still fighting. McMahon on the Red Bull. Was there any damage to the Alfa Romeo? No, there wasn't. I don't think they actually hit each other. But that's a dive bomb, and that's contact, and that is it over for Nick and for Calzo. Will there be anyone else involved? No, there won't. But that was a bit clumsy there. And Calzo was just so late on the brakes there, and that is, yeah, not how you make a move, unfortunately. Let's check penalties. We've got a little breather. Alfie's got a warning. Oh, sorry, he's got a penalty. Matt Tibos hasn't. Okay, remember that. Alfie Jensen McMahon's got 3 penalties, so he's not really a factor. Dropshi's got 1 penalty. Zach Zach's got a penalty. You know, with the gaps this close, Matt Tibos might still have a chance at this win. But he is on a knife's edge. He is very much on a knife's edge right now. But Alfie has to start pulling away then. So 5 laps to go, and Matt Tibos, well, suddenly he's back in the picture for the win. And he's the only one in his top 5 he hasn't got a penalty, and you've got to say, that's brilliant. And you know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to reading the ILR2 group chat, because this is going to be something they're probably going to argue about all night, isn't it? It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just one of those things, and it's all happening in the same race. There's about 101 of those things in this race. It's just mental. It's absolutely mental. Something you could not take your eyes off the whole time. And you've now got to keep your eye on the bottom of the screen. So look out for a notification saying penalty. Because that could be what decides this race. Well, they're saying that we've already seen Matt Tibos bin it himself today. And it looks like McMahon's going to have a go. And this could really help Alfie out as well. But we've only got 4 laps to go here in Austria. An absolute classic. Honestly, what a way to come back to ILR2. I must say, I'm glad I've joined back, and it's still not over yet, because we've got to have these 3 going for it right to the very last. And McMahon's got absolutely nothing to lose. He's got all these penalties. He's just going to go for it. He's got a run. Has he got the brakes? Let's find out. He doesn't. Dark Bolt, 3-second penalty, but he's a lap down, as are a couple others. Oh, that's a difficult move to make, Alfie. But he's going to make it. Mr. McMahon, take a bow, sir, up to P2 he goes. And this is crucial. It is absolutely crucial for Alfie now, because if McMahon can hold him up enough, I'm sure they're not really in cahoots of each other, but if they can hold each other up enough, then Alfie has still got a chance. Look at that, look, McMahon has got a chance at just passing Alfie here. Look, up towards turn 1. Is he going to do it? We'll wait and see. That'll be interesting. I didn't expect it, honestly, but I think we're going to see it. Is he McMahon? He's going to do it. He's done it. Well then, he maybe has saved his tyre life. And is he going to win this race? He's got to make 9 seconds. It's kind of impossible. But it looks like he's kept his tyres the best. I didn't honestly expect this, but yeah. Well, interesting. Not good for Alfie, is it? And Matt Tibos still hasn't got a penalty yet. As I say, we're all waiting on the penalties popping up on the bottom of the screen, honestly, here. And what is Super Guy doing? He's on 31 lap old tyres. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Yeah, there's a puncture rear left. You can see it in his mirror. And he's, for some reason, stayed out on track. And the leaders are going to catch up to this. I'm scared, honestly. He's got no front wing as well. Oh my god. Oh, good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Right then. We're on board with McMahon. Look out for that Williams. There he is at the top of the screen. Now, is he, McMahon, is he gonna catch up on this? And if he does, where? Where is that Williams? Because when you have a puncture, you lose it pretty much. Is he up there? Is that him up there? Or he's in the gravel trap? Okay, good. That's fine. Just stay there. Just stay there. Don't get involved, please. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna lie, I was very worried seeing that. Because if he'd kept going to the middle sector... Oh, Warren! Warren, I think there's more accidents going on as well. Was there another accident going on? Yeah, it was. The dark ball was up again. He's in the wall. And where's the leaders? They've just passed that, luckily. So, Alfie Jensen McMahon, round the final corner, is going to lead us on to the final lap. But he has got 9 seconds of penalties, I think. So it's most likely not going to win the race unless something drastic happens. Unless something extremely drastic happens. Matt Tibos, I think, is still winning this one at the moment. But you just never know. I think there's a DRS failure for dropshift. Or no, sorry, it's on now. It's on now. And look at this dropshift on the outside. Not making the move. Ollie's trying to get by Nick as well. We've got some yellow flags in the first sector. for Dark Bolt again. It's just mad, this. It is just mad. I just don't know who's going to win. I think it's going to be Matt Tibbles, but I might have missed a penalty. Let me just make sure that Matt definitely hasn't got penalty. He hasn't got a penalty yet. I'm not saying he won't get one, but you've just got to be careful here. Yellows again, sector 2, and look at this, you got under pressure, Matt Tibbles. You've got to be so careful you don't lose the car here. He's got it in the bag, surely. Well, we'll see. Is he going to win it? Is he? McMahon to the line is first, but I think Matt Tibbles is going to win. Matt Tibbles wins. Medium Pilot second and Nick third. With Alfie fourth, Drop J fifth, Zach sixth, Ollie seventh, and McMahon. Oh, he's down in hit. Oh, he crossed the line first and he's hit. Well, oh well. Miku's 9th and Scuba, championship leader, 10th, and something tells me he might not be championship leader anymore. Let me just check that. Let me just check that because, well, what can I even say about that race? Speechless. If anybody here didn't watch the whole thing, you've got to watch it. You've got to go back, you've got to rewind and watch this thing again. Because that, honestly, would go down, in my opinion, as the best ever ILR2 race. It beats the Brazil Classics, honestly. In my opinion. Now, of course, you got to agree with my opinion. But it's right. My God, what a race! What a race, man! It's incredible. Right, so let me just see. Where does Zach? Sorry, I'm skipping the podium. Kill me. So Zach, where did he finish? Because Scuba was 12 points clear of him. Zach was 6th. So that gap gets closed down to 4. Assuming fastest lap. Yeah. So that goes down to 4, that gap. Calzo, well, he had his incident, didn't he? Matt Tibos won the race. And that means that the gap at the top's 2 points. I think so. It's 2 points from Matt Tibos to, from Scuba to Matt Tibos, and then 5 actually. Sorry, 5 from Scuba to Zach. So, or sorry, Scuba to to Zach. So that's bloody close, isn't it? Oh yes. By the way, I haven't coined this as a thing yet, but I coined it in SLR, so I'm going to coin it here because he's here in both. The McMahon Award for the most penalties goes to Alfie, possibly. We'll wait and see. It might have actually gone to Dark Bolt. It's went to it's went to Corey. You've won the McMahon Award this week. Sorry again, Alfie, for the abuse, but listen, you got disqualified in France in a SLR race, and that's just pure comedy. So, so you know, not getting away with it. It's gonna follow you forever. Well then, people. Can I just say this? The support on the stream was brilliant. We didn't get many people at the start, but more people turned up as the stream went on, and that was brilliant. I hope you all enjoyed that race. I'm sure you did. I mean, you must have enjoyed it. It was incredible, wasn't it? But yeah, I need a break. As you might have noticed, I was shouting quite a lot during that. My parents probably didn't really appreciate it too much. But yeah, on that level, thanks all for the support today. That was a thrilling race, and I can't wait to see more next week. So thank you all for watching, and safe travels. I mean, okay, actually, one more thing. Just to sum it up, if you're only joining now, and you want to know how crazy that race was, the driver who finished first, the driver who crossed the line first, ended up 9th in the end. Do tune in to see how that happened, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Safe travels. Miss you already.